Welcome to Ascension. I'm so excited that this is finally occurring. These are the best of the best as far as North America goes. I have 9 great players that are going to be playing for a ton of prize money, and it is going to be awesome. We're going these 3 days, 1 group a day, and then we'll do the finals on Friday. Let me go ahead and kind of show you guys the format a little bit. All right, so Ascension is a King of the Hill format. Like I mentioned before, there are 3 player groups. The first match will take place and the winner stays. Then the challenger who did not play that game comes up, chooses the map. We're going to continually do that for 9 games total. The player with the most wins at the end will advance to the final group. Now, here's the prize distribution. And the prize distribution is huge because, you know, you guys, the community, donated so much money on the Matcherino. Thank you so much for that, guys. But we are going to have each map win. There's going to be 36 maps played throughout the tournament. Each map win is worth $25. No matter what, if you get last place, you win no maps, you're still getting $100. If you get second place in your first group and don't advance, you get $200. This is in addition to any map win money that you've won. And then the top 3 will split the rest of the prize money, 50%, 30%, 20%. So a little bit of a flatter prize distribution, but I think that that is something that's very healthy for esports scenes. All right, let's talk about the maps. You know what I'm sick of? I am sick of bad map pools. We are using the 5 best maps that exist. Overwatch, the 2-player map. It hasn't been in the ladder pool for a while, but it's extremely interesting. Cannot wait to see it back. Eclipse, of course, that's been in the pool for a couple of seasons. It is one of our most diverse maps. I think, personally, it is the best 2-player map that we have ever had. Then, of course, Neo Sylphid, easily the best 3-player map ever made. Really sad that it rotated out. So, you know what? We're bringing it back here. And of course, we have Polypoid, probably the best standard 4-player map that you can ask for. That's where we're going to be starting our series because it's just so played. And then Shakura's Temple. That is a newer map that has been joined this season. It's been used in the Korean scene for a little bit now, and it makes some very interesting games. And I wanted another 4-player map, so I thought that this was a good choice. I should mention that, of course, the Challenger will be coming up, and choosing a map, you cannot choose a map that has already been played until we get through all the maps and reset. So the first map that we'll be starting on here today is going to be Polypoid. So we're going to go ahead and X that off. That's not going to be able to be chosen by anybody after that first game. All right, so those are the rules. I hope that that was clear enough for you. On to game number 1 of Ascension. Guys, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience. And here we go. In the top right of Polypoid, we have Dragon. In the top left, we have Cross. And this is going to be a great match. I think, obviously, the underdog of this group would be Father. And these guys, yeah, for people asking, people wondering, these guys are both S-rank players. Very, very strong. Cross, well, it matters, like, what they're hitting, of course, but yeah, I think they're both really good. 2 of the top players from North America, no doubt about that. And yeah, this should be a good match. I'm not sure who's going to come out of this group between these 2. Well, honestly, like, maybe Father can do it. It is a King of the Hill format, and if you have a bunch of cool best of 1 builds, it is doable. But Father, definitely the underdog, right? Like, these guys are both BSL Pro League players. They've both gone very deep in many, many tournaments and are really strong. So, definitely thinking that they are favored. Now, they are horizontal spawns, and we get the quick scout here from Dragon. And let's see here. Yes, Cross and Crossy are the same person. All right, so just the fast expansion. We have the Forge expansion for Dragon coming up right now. I notice that chat is kind of in the way. I'm going to go ahead and hide that. All right. Sorry about all the hiccups here today, guys. But it's coming together now, and I think we're going to have it pretty smooth from here on out. All right, keeping that probe alive right now is Dragon. Very important, of course. Throwing down a cannon as well as a gateway. Very kind of safe play here, making sure that he has that cannon up and isn't going to take any damage. Of course, we see that it's only 2 lings from Cross, so maybe it was a little bit quick, but Dragon going to go ahead, take his gas, certainly tech up towards his Corsairs to get that scouting done, I would imagine. And yeah, some pretty good probe micro here. The 3rd hatch for Cross already out. And okay, he has 100 gas. This is where we want to start watching. Ah, okay. He just spent it. So there's the layer. You got to check. Is it the layer? Is it speed? And notice how he doesn't make the layer in here. Really smart moves, right? You want to add as much confusion to your opponent as is possible. And look at how long it's taking him to actually check the natural for a layer. This is actually really useful because basically what you do as a high-level player is you check when the drones start mining gas. You add 20 seconds to that, and that is when they have 100 gas. So once it's 20 seconds have gone by and you don't see a layer, you have to go to the natural within 20 seconds, or you don't know if it's speed first, and that becomes an issue. So I'm not sure if Dragon got out there in time to actually recognize that or not. We saw it because I was watching for it and I can see the whole screen, but now he loses his probe as well. Zealot going to come across the map, put a little bit of pressure on. Have that Citadel. Oh my God, Citadel actually going up here before a Stargate. Oh, this is going to be a fun game, guys. Dragon actually getting caught there with his first probe. I mean, with his first Zealot, just surrounded immediately by Cross. So Cross definitely in a good position. Coming over with these Zerglings. Yeah, can't really find anything. Some good hold position probes here. And look at that. A Templar Archives coming out immediately. This is a bit dangerous what he's doing because Spire is on the way. If Cross actually goes into Mutas, he's going to have a big advantage. Like, this is going to be really hard for Dragon to do anything. Now, is he just going to shove out a Dark Templar? That's what it looks like right now. I would imagine that he's getting Zealot legs. Yeah, and he's adding another gateway. So I think we're going to see, like, Zealot Archon maybe? But, like, probably a Dark Templar first. Really catch Cross off guard. That would be, like, the quickest Dark Templar ever. And this is actually, I think, a very cool thing about a format like this King of the Hill format is it plays out a bit different than a best of series. Losing a single map in like a best of 3, let's say, is pretty crucial, which it means that you have to play like in a very solid manner. Here, it's just overall wins. Like, he could actually theoretically have a losing record against Cross, but still win the group. So you can do things like this very off-brand strategy and kind of like have that be like a very valuable thing. Like, if he just happens to pick up this win, it's like, okay, he's got a map already. All right, a couple Scourge flying over, and when Cross gets here, he's going to figure out, oh my God, there's no Corsairs on the way. A couple cannons coming up, some anti-Mutalisk, no doubt. Cannon here at the natural as well. We'll see if Cross actually ends up making any of those. Now, any Mutas. The DT getting into the third base. Going to pick off 3 drones right off the bat. Going after this Sunken now. I imagine one of these eggs that he started is probably an Overlord. The Overlord coming over now. So, I mean, already this has done very good damage. Look at that. It's going to easily kill these slings. Sometimes people forget DTs can actually just straight up fight. Oh my God, he's done so much damage here. Are you kidding me? 12 kills on this Dark Templar. Okay, finally the drones slay him. And I gotta tell you what, this is a great situation for Dragon. We haven't seen any Mutalisks to punish his build as of yet. He has an Archon, 2 Archons out now, so even if there were Mutas, you would have a fighting shot against them. These Scourge obviously doing nothing other than scouting. Zealots here with +1 and legs moving out. I think he might just kill him right now. He may end up just winning. That is a possibility. All right, some good SimCity coming down. Does have some Hydras mixed in here. Sunken's on the way. All right, one Sunken does finish up. Zealots getting on top of everything. Oh god, this is going to be a lot of damage. Dragon's build, just a nasty, nasty best of one build. Look at the amount of Hydras that he's able to kill as they pop out of those eggs. And while Cross holds on, you gotta see this as a big advantage right now for Dragon. Everything's going really well for him. I'm sure this is probably +1 armor on the way. He's got a good gateway count, 6 gates already up. Adding some more cannons right now, realizing that Cross can actually macro out a ton of Hydras, but in fact is switching into Mutas. And I think this is a really good choice. Crossy has really good Mutalisk micro overall, and if you do have that micro, you can take out Archons with them as well. All right, a good amount of Mutas coming out. It looks like Dragon wants to do another push. He is making some High Templars to go along as well. But how will he end up dealing with these Mutas? All right, here comes this attack. Now, the Mutas going towards the main. There's only 2 cannons, and they can easily kill 2 cannons here. We don't really have a lot of anti-air. Oh, wow. This is kind of a crazy back-and-forth game, because now these Mutas are doing so much. I would actually like to see Dragon attack with these, maybe bring the Archon home. But I would really have liked to see the Zealots and the Dark Templar attack. Like, I think he could have gotten in here and done some damage. Okay, the Storm goes down. The Mutas dodge beautifully here. Still pretty full health on them. Pretty high. There's a Robotics on the way. Doesn't necessarily need that right now. Maybe he was afraid that Lurkers might pop out. The Archon chasing them around, but having a hard time catching them. Couple cannons going up here in that main mineral line. All right, the Mutas flying around to this natural. There are enough cannons here and High Templars that I don't think he can get much done right here. But he's already really done his damage, to be honest. Oh my god, that Storm! Oh, only 5 Mutas left over, and they are badly hurt. 3 cannons coming up. That should be enough to hold on, unless he just pumps Mutas nonstop, but that doesn't look like what he's doing. Cross right now, switching back into Hydralisks. He's got some good static D up. He's getting his upgrades. He's got that +1 already. We have 1/1 upgrades done for Dragon, which is very meta right now. That's definitely what you want in Zealot versus Hydra. The Mutas gonna do what they can to punish the Zealots, but Mutas actually take a long time to kill Zealots off. All right, Dragon just macroing up right now. I like that he never actually went into Stargate. He says, you know what, screw it. There are some Mutas out. They are hard to deal with, but switching into Corsairs right now would be really, really difficult to actually pull off. It would hurt the army size so much. Dragon now moving out with the probe. Looks like he's going to take his 3rd base. Wants to take this gas expansion, which makes sense. Has Dragoons out now as well to help push those Mutas back. He has remade a lot of Mutas. Look at that. Picks off 1 High Templar, and actually the Storm kills a couple High Templars as well. Oh my god, he loses 3 of the 4. So painful for Dragon here. Now, he still has decent anti-air and 2 Storms left on this High Templar. Crossy looking for the kill. Those Mutas flying in and out, seeing what they can get done. Third Nexus is going up. No anti-air over here. So the Muta's just going to fly in and harass. You can see Cross is getting so much done with those Mutalisks right now while massing up Hydras. I imagine he'll go into Lurker here as well. Muta's now flying over to that natural. Getting pretty darn low, but if they can pick off any more High Templars, that would be huge. That one did not have a storm ready. They're going to pick off a couple more, but all of them will end up falling. All right, Dragon has dealt with them. Now look at this. He is up 30 supply. Don't forget, though, Zerg, even at lower supplies, can be very strong. Zerglings are half a supply. Hydras are 1 supply. Also, they generally have fewer drones than their opponents have probes or SCVs. So that supply can be a little bit tricky in StarCraft 1 to understand. All right, a few more Mutas were actually made, which is kind of interesting. And this is a great move. With just cannons warping in, he will easily delete all these, and you just have to send your army back. So this attack that Dragon was going for has to run all the way back over here to save his Nexus. Otherwise, these would kill it so quickly. Maybe he sent too much, though. Did he really need to send this many units? Now the Mutas trying to pick off another High Templar here. Oh, and they actually get it. God, he's been so efficient at eliminating those High Templars. All right, taking a look. The Observer Tech is out. We have a single Observer with that army just in case Lurkers pop up. A lot of cannons going down. Looks like he's going to leave at least a High Templar over here. Really good moves here from Dragon, really finding his macro, continuing to power up. Cross, on the other hand, hasn't taken that 4th base yet, just kind of massing into his Hydras. But he's eliminated so many High Templars, and look at that, uses this little group to pick off another High Templar there. You know, if there's no splash damage, if there's no storms, his Hydras could end up winning the battle, but as of right now, looking at this, 1-1 upgrades, plenty of High Templars left over, just a trillion Zealots. That is a lot of Hydras, though. Look at this. Giant armies about to clash in the middle. Psystorm goes down onto the Hydras. Pushing forward here. Dragon. Oh my god, the sickest Psystorm ever. So much damage put out. Another insane one. Crossy microing back. Another storm goes down on those Hydras. Just murderizing them. And down the Hydras go. Dragon looking poised to maybe take this game. Crossy running up. Might be able to get this High Templar. He does pick it off, but a very good Psystorm comes out of it before it goes down. Now, Dragon taking another base, reinforcing his army. Crossy trying to fight. Still only on 3 bases. Not looking so good. No additional tech. We haven't seen Lurkers as of yet. Just 6-hatch Hydra going across. Oh, storm goes down onto those Hydras, and GG is called. Dragon going to take game number 1.